I'm Sydney Radka, and welcome to another edition of FLX Weekly here at FingerLakes1.com. We are live inside the FingerLakes1.com studio on June 17th, 2021, and I am joined by Jim Sinicropi and Amy Pedulla-Kelsey of D.A. Liquor here in Seneca Falls. Today's show is brought to you by Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant with locations in Waterloo, Geneva, and in Del Lago Casino. You can stop in or order online for delivery from Cicino's and write a review on your favorite dish to be entered for a drawing on July 1st to win $500. That will get you a lot of pizza, and details are on their website at Cicinos.com.
And
I could go for that.
Del Lago is now open, like the old days. No more restrictions, no more social distancing.
Everywhere.
And a lot of places happen, and Del Lago just announced it yesterday. But it's good stuff. We're kind of getting out of the pandemic, and maybe the first thing we could say is, like, now that we're on the other side, from as far as your business goes, how did the whole thing go?
I'm very fortunate. Nobody is more thankful and grateful than I am, because we were busy through the whole thing. They did not close us down at all. We did not have to adjust our hours. We were open for normal, regular business throughout the whole year and a half. If anything, we were busier. We had a busier year than we would normally have had, because people had to stay home.
Right. They couldn't.
So in turn, we supported every small local business that was open.
Mm-hmm.
I ordered a lot of takeout dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy, did we. Which we do normally anyway. But and as soon as our restaurants were reopened, we were right back out to go to have dinner wherever, and any local business that was open during all this time. And I'm a firm believer in local business anyway, a firm supporter of them too. I tried to support everybody. We really did. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you can, that's great. And I feel like you're kind of like Jim. I feel like, don't you like to go out, especially to local restaurants, try different places?
Yep, we go everywhere.
Yeah, you guys are very similar like that. I feel like I've always known that about you guys.
Yeah.
Now. So that's great that you guys were fortunate enough to do so well. And I mean, just think about it. How many times were you like, I can't go to a restaurant, I can't do anything, I gotta sit home, might as well get some alcohol and have a good time at home.
There was a lot of that. And then, like last year as we got into summer season, people did outdoor.
Yes.
They did outdoor dining, some form of an outdoor party, gathering, whatever you want to call it. They still did all of those things, or there was so much like at-home recreational activities that went on, or they went camping.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
We, even last summer, we didn't see our normal volume of tourist traffic that we usually see, but we still saw quite a bit from the safe states around us where they could come.
Yep.
And what we heard repeatedly was that people had never been to our area before, and they fell in love immediately.
Oh, that's awesome.
I had a customer this morning, they're here from Pennsylvania for a long weekend, and he said, I just love it here. He said, our lakes are nice, he said, but it's nothing like what you guys have.
Oh, that is like a reoccurring thing that we hear.
Yep.
We just had people from Watkins Glen on a few shows, and they were talking about like all the hidden gems that we really do have here in the Finger Lakes.
Yeah, we were away over the weekend. We went to North Carolina for the weekend to my brother's, and driving up home on Monday, we came into Watkins Glen a little after 5 or so, so we stopped in Watkins Glen and had dinner.
Where'd you eat?
The place right next to the Harbor Hotel.
Oh, yeah, I can never remember the name.
I can't remember the name of it. The food was really good, though. Yeah. But that was like, we got there probably 5:15, 5:30 on Monday night, and they were busy. We sat out on the porch, which looks right at Seneca Lake.
Gerlando's, is that it?
No, Gerlando's is downtown. That's actually where we were going, but they were closed on Monday.
Oh.
This is right behind the Harbor Hotel.
We'll have to check it out.
But the food was excellent, and they had some kind of a Lions Club event going on. But the dining room, this big porch, was full, and I could see, I watch people, and you could see who were local people, and you could see who were travelers.
Right.
And then, as we were leaving, there was a man standing near the hostess station, and he was asking the hostess about boat tours of Seneca Lake.
Love that.
Yeah. So they get here and they immediately fall in love.
Yeah, there's the Captain Bill's down there bought a second boat just for doing tours this summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did just talk about that.
So.
But yeah, so.
Yeah, and then the other thing, kind of interesting that happened during this pandemic was, your Sackett district, the four corners there on Baird Street, Bridge Street, has actually kind of blown up during the pandemic with new businesses. Sackett's Table and Baird Street Bakery.
Yep.
That's amazing.
We are very happy to have them as neighbors. We are.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's so nice to see life on the whole corner again. The deli building sat empty for about 15 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
In that general vicinity. And the restaurant across the street, Maria told us it was 7 years
Wow.
that they've owned it. Wow. So it sat vacant for a long time. They worked on it, but they didn't, they weren't able to get open until now.
But still, being able to have two businesses actually open up during COVID to make that
and
area
now
come
they
alive.
have, the girls told me over the weekend, and then I saw it last night, they have on the sidewalk now, they had 4 sidewalk tables set up.
I did see that when I drove by. That's exciting.
Yeah, it was. And I saw a group, and it was later that they came. They sat outside and had dinner. In fact, when I closed at 9, I left about 9:15 or so, they were still sitting there.
Awesome.
I think they were done eating, but just sitting, visiting.
Right.
But it's nice to see life on that corner.
And you're doing well at both places from everything I can tell. And I patronize both places, and it's been great.
Yeah, I agree.
Any small business has their days where you're like, where is everybody?
Right.
Any small business has their days where you're not very busy and you start to get nervous and concerned.
Of course.
But then, it bounces back in a day or two. Mm-hmm. And I know over the course of the weekend, the girls were telling me that because the dining room is small, they had to turn tables away because they didn't have tables for them.
A great problem to have.
Yeah, absolutely. So my suggestion is, if you want to go there for dinner, make a reservation.
Definitely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
With summer, COVID's opened things up again. Summer's here in the Finger Lakes, and you brought us some summer staples that we're actually going to try that we can get at your store. So why don't we start?
Yeah, what's the first one?
You tell us about them while we drink them here at 11 o'clock.
Which one are you starting with?
We're starting with the Margarita.
It's Cazadores. It's a prepared margarita.
Okay. Smells delicious. Actually, I could smell it. I got all my senses back. I could smell it while it was sitting right here. Let me try it. Yum. Oh my God, it's so refreshing.
Now, these canned cocktails is
huge.
Just exploded in the last 5 or 6 years, right? They never even exist.
They came out about that time frame, but we've seen them ramp up. Last year was big with canned cocktails, and I think this year will be even bigger with canned cocktails.
I'm sure.
Because you can go to CMAC this year. You can go to St. Joe's this year for a concert.
Oh, yeah.
All of those events that couldn't happen last year can now happen again this year. And if you walk through the parking lot, 2 years ago when we went to CMAC a few times, you walk through the parking lot and the seltzers is what you see in everyone's hands. Of course, like I said, I watch people, I pay attention to all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. And the seltzers are what everybody likes. And they kind of go across the board age-wise too.
Oh, yeah.
They start with those that are just 21, and I think that's part of their target market from there to mid-30s-ish, like in your age range, Sydney. But I think that's who the target market is, but they go across the board. They go from, those that are just legal to sort of mature adults.
Sure.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, it's convenient. I mean, if you like margaritas and you're going out on the boat or you're going to like a concert or whatever you're doing outdoors, you don't want to bring the blender and make, you're not going to mix everything up there.
No.
So you get the cans. It's good to go. You keep them cool. And what brand is this?
Cazadores. It's a brand of tequila.
Oh, okay.
They introduced them, I think, last month, but they finally just came in inventory. We got them last Wednesday.
Oh, so these are hot off the market.
They are
and you
hot
have
off
them.
the press.
Well,
You
it
get 'em.
tastes. It's a margarita.
It was really
In a can.
refreshing. First thing, I haven't had anything to eat or anything yet today, and the first thing that I drank, that was great.
We are coming off a golf tournament yesterday. The Bob Rosencrantz Memorial American Cancer Society tournament at Seneca Falls Country Club, and so we did some drinking there. And
We did. My body is very sore. I didn't do my best, but
so why not start
Why
drinking
not?
at
Yeah.
11 a.m.
We'll call it
on
hair
that.
of the dog, even
Yep.
though like I feel like my family members would be disappointed in me if my hair of the dog was at 11 o'clock. That's super late. But so this,
Yeah, and if it was only a sip of margarita, they'd be really disappointed.
so
there's
this
more.
next one is considered a seltzer too.
It is Plume and Petal,
Okay.
and that's the cucumber one.
Yes,
So
definitely.
last year they introduced the vodkas, the Plume and Petal
yeah.
vodkas. There's 3 flavors. There's a lemon one, a peach one, and then the third one is the cucumber. And cucumber is a really hot flavor. It's very spa inspired.
That's what I feel
I
like.
gotta tell you, the
Yeah.
amazing thing is that you can smell cucumber.
Oh yeah, it's
like
strong.
so strong.
Yeah.
It is.
You know, you wouldn't think that cucumber would be so prevalent, but
Last year they introduced the vodkas, which you could do your own vodka soda with, and then this year they introduced the canned cocktails.
That's pretty convenient. Honestly, that's what I think of when I'm drinking. I'm drinking a spa. That's all I ever think of.
well, this is super refreshing. Like
Yeah.
crisp,
Yeah.
clean.
We tasted they have the lemon one. We tasted it at home. They had given me a couple of samples, which is I brought that one over to you guys. But the lemon one, Brian opened up at home, and I tasted a sip of it. And I like citrusy. I'm not a fan of cucumbery.
Yeah.
But I thought the lemon one was very good.
I
And there's a
think we
peach
tried
one
it.
too.
We might have tried it with Catherine Chase. She brought some, maybe not. I don't know. She brought some vodkas on one time, and one was a cucumber, but maybe it wasn't the Plume.
Nap does a cucumber vodka.
that probably.
Yeah, because she's from the wine trail.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that would make more sense.
Cucumber during the summer is a big popular flavor.
It's weird to me that it's like a seltzer too, though. Like that, I'm so used to, like I said, the spas where it's just like I'm drinking cucumber water.
yeah.
So that extra little bubble. It's not very much seltzer, but
And the other thing that I
bad.
think of with any of those, anything cucumber flavored is Bloody Mary.
oh yeah, oh that would be good.
A Bloody Mary.
I wonder if you could do the seltzer.
I
and
would
the
say you
bloody
could.
mix. Yeah, I mean,
You could try anything.
yeah. I was gonna say, why not?
With those cucumber vodkas, as we go into, I don't even want to say the word fall, but as we go into fall
Whew.
time, I know.
I don't want to hear that either.
I don't either. But, tailgate parties for football.
Oh yeah.
Bloody Marys are huge for
Yeah.
tailgate parties. And those cucumber vodkas work for if you like a Bloody Mary,
Yeah.
those cucumber vodkas work. It just adds another layer of flavor in, too.
You're right. It's so weird to me because all I drink now are seltzers right now, and mostly because it's like the low calorie, the barely any sugar, all that. But I still don't even like carbonation. Like, I don't drink soda, so I never liked the carbonation growing up. Now I'm kind of almost like forced myself to like the carbonation because it's so accessible. There's so many different flavors now. There's so many different options, and it's better for you.
Well, if you compare like a seltzer, alcoholic seltzer beverage to just beer, I
Yeah.
mean, it's so much less filling and less fattening and,
Right.
like you say, less everything.
It helps. I was a Twisted Tea girl, like, to the fault, and I just had to stop. They were killing my stomach. I couldn't do it. The seltzer's a lot lighter.
And they're heavy.
Yeah.
Those Twisted Teas are heavy.
Yeah.
Brian likes them. He likes iced tea. I don't care for iced tea.
They're so good in the summer. They're
He
so
likes
refreshing.
them. But they're full of sugar and they are so caloric.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
had
throw
to
two
stop.
of those on top of dinner and you're like, why are my
Yeah,
jeans tight?
I like
Yeah.
iced tea, but unsweetened, just plain iced tea with not non-alcoholic, just straight
Oh,
iced
yeah.
tea. That's my summer
Yeah,
beverage.
you do like iced tea.
Zero
I make it all the time at
calories.
home.
Yeah,
Plain.
sun-brewed.
Nope, I make it on the stove in
But-
the same pot that my mom made iced tea in.
Oh, wow.
In fact,
Oh,
I made
I
it
love
yesterday. I make it every couple of days. Brian
That's
drinks it all the time.
0 calories.
Yep.
Zero
That's
sugar.
awesome. Oh,
And I
that's
think it
good.
tastes way better than the bottled ones.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. We used to make or my mom used to make remember the old burned dairy milk
Yes.
jugs? So she'd put a few of them out front with the tea bags in it and then make
that's
sun
cool.
tea and then you put them over ice in the fridge.
Wow, that's cool. I
I
never
still
even
like
knew
it
that.
better if you boil the water and put the tea bags
Yeah,
in
I'll
it.
try
'cause
it. It's certainly easier.
It has a much stronger iced tea flavor. It does.
Yeah.
Sometimes sun tea is not very strong.
No, it's just a slow seep out there in the sun. It's kind of weird to see
Yeah,
it sitting
it
out
is
there.
weird. I never was a tea person either. Like, I love the twisted teas, but I never really like the unsweetened iced tea.
Well, now you like seltzer so much, it might be time to expand your horizons and try some iced tea.
I'm always ready to expand my horizons on new alcohol. So you also brought us
iced tea's
legit
not
sugars.
alcohol. Doesn't that you have to add your alcohol to it? But if you just want like a beverage, with non-alcoholic, you ever have a beverage without alcohol?
I love water.
Yeah, water's
I
good.
love water.
That's one.
That's the only
her
other
name is
thing.
Rogers.
Yeah, I
Maiden
love
name.
water. Water, and then everything else, maybe an alcoholic beverage every now and then.
Sure, every now and then.
Yeah.
So
Hydrating.
with the proliferation of these canned cocktails, how has that changed like the way you manage your inventory in store?
They try to turn us into a convenience store.
Yeah,
Oh,
put like
yeah.
a big. They want to put a big
They
refrigeration wall in there.
I would love to. I don't have space for
Yeah.
it.
No, you have way too, like, you have everything. That's what
I
I,
have
love
way
about
more
you.
inventory than I have space.
Yeah, you
Right.
do.
I do, and I squeeze it into every possible corner,
You rotate
Nick
it through.
cranny.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. And these things to me are really summery drinks.
Right.
And once you start getting toward the end of July or early August,
Yeah, nobody
then
wants
they're
it
on the
much.
wind down. Mm-hmm. They'll still get picked at, like those high noons.
Oh,
We-
yeah.
we
Those
have
are
the
very
high
popular.
noons. They're humongous. And last year, so they introduced them actually 2 summers ago.
Mm-hmm.
And the first summer they got picked at, but they didn't really sell.
Right.
I thought they were a little expensive
I agree.
for a 4-pack, but
Yeah.
people didn't seem to mind that. They seemed to like them. I tasted them. I thought the flavor profile was a little light, but again, I am not in their target market. Unfortunately, I'm too old to be in the target market. But they sold. Like I said, they got picked at. They didn't really light our world on fire. Last year, they partnered with Barstool Sports.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
all it took.
It blew that brand up. So we had them, and then there was no aluminum cans, so that became an issue.
Oh, yeah.
So I had bought a bunch of them just before summer started because I was out of flavors and stuff, and while they had inventory, I bought them. And so we had a bunch. So we were good till about middle of July, and then we sold through everything that we had, and then we were done with them. They really didn't come back, for real with a good quantity of inventory till earlier this year, March, maybe April.
Wow.
But last year, as we got through the month of July, across the country, there were back orders for over 1 million cases of those
Dang.
things.
Wow.
Yeah,
Good for
Amazing
them,
how
though.
things can blow up and
The internet, man. You could blow anything up, and all of a sudden you're...
Yeah, all you need is somebody to talk about it like that,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
and it just blows up.
Well,
It
you were
goes
ahead of
through
the
the
curve.
roof.
You had it
Yeah.
in stock before that
Yep.
happened.
I feel like you do really well with keeping such a variety, especially when it comes to the summer drinks. I walk in, they're right in the front.
Absolutely.
They're right in your face. They're
We
like,
want you to
"All
trip right over them.
Yeah, you pick. You also gave us some Smirnoff shooters, and I hate to say this, and I don't think I'm going to take the
Oh,
full...
come on, you got to taste one.
I'm going to taste it. I don't think I'm going to take the
You
full
don't have
one.
to drink the full thing.
Yeah, I would actually probably be drunk because my stomach is so empty. Let's see if I can open it. Oh, no. Uh-oh.
Wasn't that hard? Just use your fingers.
My
There you
hands
go.
are a little sweaty, I guess.
This smells
first
like
one-
this smells like a rocket pop.
Bomb
Isn't
pop,
that what
that's
it's
exactly
supposed to?
what they taste like, yep.
Oh, it smells delicious. This is definitely summery. This is like 4th of July.
It
You probably
absolutely
sell
is.
like a lot of
Yeah,
this
that's
around
really
that
good.
time.
It's
Is
been in
it?
the market
And I
about...
don't like vodka.
Oh,
at
okay.
all.
Let's try it. Cheers.
It's been in the market now. I think this is our 4th summer with it.
Goes down pretty smooth.
Oh, it
I didn't
does.
even make that shot face.
No,
Even though I
it's-
took a sip.
Yeah.
Ooh, but I can feel it going all the way down, nice and hot. Love that in the morning.
It tastes like a bomb pop.
It does.
It does.
It is pretty good.
Smells and tastes like bomb pop.
Some people would probably just drink this with ice.
You could, absolutely. It's sweet enough that you can just drink it over the rocks. We've had them, I think this is about our 4th summer with them. And when they first introduced them, I bought them figuring it would be kind of a one and done.
Mm-hmm.
Like you'd buy your case, you'd be done with it by 4th of July and
Yeah.
move on to the next product. So when they first introduced them, there were just 2 sizes, 750 ml and then those 50 mils. So I bought both sizes. Within the first 3 days of getting that first case of 750 mils, they were gone.
Wow.
So as long as they had them, I started buying them like 3 cases every week, 3 cases every
Jeez.
week. By 4th of July that year, everything was gone.
Which is, nice
Yeah.
for you. That's something that you want to have.
Yeah,
with
that
every
first
case.
summer we went through about 15 cases of
Wow.
750s of those. plus 4 or 5 cases of the 50 mils.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
And then over the course of the years, they've expanded the size range. So now you have 175s liters, 750 mils, and 50 mils.
See, yeah, me, I don't usually with my vodkas go for the flavored ones. I usually am like Tito's girl, love my Tito's, but like I could see the appeal of this right around this time.
Oh, absolutely. And you could
America.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why they're front and center.
Right.
But you could even add a little plain vodka to that just to take the sweetness down a bit, because it can get a little sweet in a hurry.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. I would probably be able to have like 1 or 3 drinks of that, and I'd be like, all right. And this one just looks like summery, beautiful, tropical pink.
Miami
Pink
Vice.
lemonade.
Yep,
Yeah.
Miami Vice is what it. When I saw the cases and when I saw the bottles, that was my first thought was
Crockett
Miami
and
Vice.
Tubbs.
How can you
Yep.
go wrong with a pink lemonade vodka?
So they introduced it to compete with Pink Whitney,
Oh, okay.
which is part of the whole
Barstool.
Barstool Sports, and Spit and Chicklets is the hockey podcast. And they introduced it for that, but I think it tastes way better than Pink Whitney. Pink Whitney's got a vodka bite to it. This is sweet and easy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, very. Yeah, I agree. Like I was very interested to try the Pink Whitney, and they have a lot more of a stronger taste.
Yeah, they've got a
definitely.
vodka bite to them.
Definitely than this. But I mean, it goes with their brand, Barstool. I
Yep.
mean, that demographic, that's like definitely us youngings. I'll
That
put
was
myself
when they
in
introduced that, because it was from day one. It was tied to Barstool Sports and Spit and Chicklets, and it lit the world on fire from day one when we first got it, because it was a very limited quantity that you
Yep.
got. Wholesale told you what your allocation of cases was, and you got your first allocation, which I think ours was 3, and then you weren't getting any more until there was more product, and they told you were getting more. You could try
Dang.
ordering it, but it wasn't.
Wasn't gonna
It
go.
wasn't even going to accept the order. So we literally put a limit on it as to how many people could buy. So because we wanted to kind of go far and wide with it,
Right.
rather than just have one person come in and say, "I want the whole case of that."
Of course.
we limited them. I limited them to 6 bottles, which I thought was fair.
Yeah, I would think.
Yeah,
Jeez.
but they came in and they saw 6 was the limit, and they bought 6.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Was that my last question is like, was that a problem with you ordering inventory during COVID? Like,
Yeah,
did you
it
guys
still
have an
is.
issue? Yeah.
It still is.
Is it like because it's super backed up because everybody had to order more than usual?
So the first 2 weeks last year that the world was on lockdown, our wholesale went through 10 weeks worth of inventory in 2 weeks.
Oh God, yeah.
So they were 8 weeks backlogged.
Right. Oof.
And then trucking wasn't running as it was supposed to. Packaging became an issue. We were 10 weeks last fall with no Crown Royal whiskey whatsoever.
Oh geez.
The whole section where we
Crazy.
had Crown was empty.
Wow.
No, there were no flavors. I mean, you sell out the original first, because the original is always the best seller.
Of
Yep.
course.
We sold out those first, and then we still had some vanilla left and some apple left.
What's the second bestseller? The apple?
I would say yes.
I
When
would-
there's peach available,
Oh
I
yeah.
never had that.
the
So
peach,
good.
the peach, and again, that's another one where we don't know when we're going to get it.
Jeez.
You can't order it. They say, okay, there's an allocation coming on this particular date, and you are allocated. Sometimes it's 6 bottles, sometimes it's a case, sometimes it's 2 cases.
Right.
You don't know until your sales rep tells you you're getting it on this date, and here's what your allocation is. So again, we have it on the shelf, and we limit it to two per person, because people go place to place looking for it,
Right.
and they'll buy everything that you have.
Jeez.
So we limit to 2, so that everyone has a fair shake
Of
at
course.
it.
Yeah.
Of course.
And I want our customers, who have been our loyal customers, forever, I want them to have the first shot at it. I do.
Yeah. Right. Makes sense
Yep.
because they've been loyal to you.
Absolutely.
And you've been open now for 60.
8.
Jeez, I was going to say 64. Where'd the last 4 years go? That's crazy.
I'm not quite sure. But they went.
68 years.
Yeah, my dad bought the business in 1953. He got his liquor license Christmas week of 1953.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yep.
We all know you're a staple
Now, you
here.
mentioned that everything's tiny there. Have you ever thought of expanding or building on? Is there even an option to do that based on your
Well, I own the
footprint?
parking lot.
Right.
I own the parking lot, so I have space, but I don't want to lose my parking.
Yeah.
And, I'm at an age where, do you really want to go into that kind of
Right.
building.
Debt.
I mean, things are going well, right?
Yeah. To go into that kind of debt to build a new building or put an addition on, all of those things too, New York State has to okay before you can do anything.
Of course.
Because you're a liquor store.
Yeah. You have to apply to them. They have to have your plans.
So much
They have
work.
to say yes or no that you could or couldn't. Initially, when like I said, the deli sat vacant for almost 15 years. I was very interested in buying that and at tax auction, and I was going to. The thought was, my brother Mickey said, "I'm coming to tear that building down, and tear that down and put an addition onto the back side on the Baird Street side, just a room for for inventory." But at the time when the deli went up, there were quite a bit of state tax and comp liens against it.
Yeah.
And I went and I paid for the legal research because the county, I talked to Tina multiple times, and the county couldn't give me an answer as to, there was no mortgage on the building, but there were state tax and comp liens. And we all know that New York State always wants their money.
Yes,
Boy, do
we
they.
do.
And they couldn't tell me if I would become responsible for those liens.
Oh.
So I went and I had the legal research done. I paid for it. And the legal answer was New York State could come to you. They'll usually settle for a portion on the dollar. Anywhere from, at the time, now I'm going back a lot of years now, but anywhere from like 25 to 30 cents on the dollar. But with the amount of money that was owed, it was still a sizable 25 to 30 cents on the dollar. I was legally advised to step away and not buy it.
Yeah.
And I know my luck, New York State would have been on my doorstep the next day
Oh, sure.
saying, "Where's our money? We
Right.
want it now."
Right? Yeah. No, thank you. You've done so well for so long. I know you have so many locals that are very, very.
I am very, very, very fortunate. I am.
Yes.
Well, we talked on the last show of all the businesses that have been around since 1953, and and there's not that many.
No.
No, there's not.
We're doing well in Seneca Falls in terms of the overall business, but not many businesses have spanned the days of the old sidewalk sales and the CO and Rutz's and Seneca Clothing,
Yep.
that era.
Well, Robinettes and
Robinettes.
Cinecropis.
Yep,
Yeah.
Joyce and Sinicropi.
Yep, she's been there like 45 or 46 years, somewhere around in that vicinity.
Wow.
I think they're of the era that you're talking. I think those are about the only two left.
Wow.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean,
Because Rose is gone.
yep, she was obviously there
Yep.
for a long time, and even like around the corner there, remember the bar across the street from the Ghoul was
Oni's?
Yeah, Oni's. Oni's was there
Ooh.
for a
Never
long
even
time
heard
too.
of these places.
Oh, ask,
you never heard of
ask your
Oni's?
grandfather or your father.
About
Yeah.
nope, never heard of that. That's the first time I ever heard of Oni's. That's cool.
Yeah, and even like the downtown deli's been around for a long time now.
Yeah, Ann's
yeah.
got to be there 20 plus years
Yeah,
now. I'd
but-
say closer to 25-ish.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
before that it was Rexall's.
Yep.
Yep,
And they had
Whatever
the little
that
sandwich
is.
counter in the back.
yep, where you could
Well, they
get
used to
you
be the
could get a
best.
vanilla Coke,
Yep. You go
cherry
downtown.
Coke or vanilla Coke before it
You
was a
guys
thing.
are just telling like I wish I lived back a little bit more so I could have
Well,
experienced
no, you don't, because then you'd be older.
Romeo's, things like that.
Yeah, Romeo's down there was fun.
Oh, I spent a lot of time there.
I hear stories all the time. But I do want, so like obviously we're already over time. I do want you to touch base on how the weather's going to be, but people just need to know they need to come to you for all their summer needs and everything in between. Your hours now are still the same, correct?
Yep.
Look-
We're Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sundays we're open noon to 5. New York State says we can't open before noon. You can buy
Yeah.
beer before you go to church, but you can't buy beer. You can't buy booze till after church.
Right, makes so much sense. Yeah, you can stop on down to 20 Bridge Street, correct?
Yep.
I feel like that's ingrained in my brain.
Well, if it's one
now.
thing you learn from this episode, I think, is that she curates the content. So you can, I know
yeah.
that there's some gigantic places in Rochester or Syracuse that are just packed full of bottle after bottle of everything. But,
Right.
the way that you curate, know your customers, and can suggest things for them.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
It makes a huge difference. And I think that's one reason why you're going to be going on, how many years do we say?
68.
68, yeah, 70 years soon. That'll
Oh
be
my
that'll be a fun
goodness.
year, right?
Yep.
I
Yeah,
do have
something
to
big.
say, somebody just recently gave me a gift, and it was just a gift card to D.A. Liquors, and I honestly thought it was so genius because think of how many people like go to a housewarming party or something, bring a wine that person might not even like, they just pick. Why not give them a gift card to D.A. Liquors? Go and pick it out.
Everybody
yourself.
loves gift cards.
Yeah, it was perfect. I was like, you know what?
We
Nice.
sell a lot of them. We do.
It makes sense.
And, right
beautiful
now, as
gift.
the school year is ending, there might be some teacher gifts like that go
Oh,
out.
yeah,
Oh,
there you go. They're ready to
absolutely.
go.
Absolutely.
Oh, they need it. After the year that they've put in,
Ooh, yeah,
Yep.
you're right.
boy, do they
Definitely
need
different.
it.
You're right. So why don't you tell us how the Finger Lakes weather is going to be this weekend?
Well, we've just really been enjoying really great conditions over this summer so far, spring
Beautiful
and
summer
summer.
days,
It's
yes.
beautiful, and it'll continue. Although it won't be as clean this weekend. Tomorrow, Friday, today's Thursday. So Friday, high near 80. It'll be nice and warm, but the wind will pick up, gusting up to 30 miles an hour, and a 50% chance of thunderstorms. So that basically means that you can go outside and maybe have a great day, and you might have a
Right.
thunderstorm blow through and sideline you for a little bit.
Yep.
Some of the storms could be heavy, though, so if you do see one coming in, take shelter. But you might get lucky. We might not get any thunderstorms.
All right.
And then that continues into Friday night, where we get down to a low of around 64. And as a matter of fact, the chance of rain in the evening is greater than during the day Friday. And then Saturday, 50% chance of thunderstorms again. Otherwise, mostly sunny, high near 83. And I think, as the day goes on Saturday, once you get out of the morning, you won't have to worry about that.
Yeah,
So
that could be a good day.
I'm no meteorologist, but
Father's
I do
Day.
Father's
read
Day.
the
Father's Day weekend. I
Father's
just
Day
realized.
Sunday, sunny with a high near 83.
Oh, perfect.
Perfect Father's
Beautiful.
Day. And then back to work on Monday, 60% chance of rain, warming up to 88. But
Okay.
then if you look ahead, Tuesday, high of 72. So it'll be a warm up, cool down. I mean, I like yesterday, it was like 72 and sunny and perfect. That's
Yes,
what I
it
like
was. Yes,
the best.
It was. Perfect summer day, I agree. So this basically tells me it's like not the best weather, but it's leading me up to where I leave and then go and be in the tropics for a little bit. So thank you for that.
We're
This
all
kind of gets me
jealous.
more excited.
Well, it'll be 147 degrees down there.
I can't wait. Give me all that 147 degrees. I'll be sitting in the ocean. I'll be sitting in the swim up bar. I'll be fine. But that's literally all the time we have.
Yeah, thanks, Amy. It's always
always
fun.
great.
It's always fun, interesting.
Thank you.
Definitely 70 year. We're going to have to do something. That's coming up 2 years from now. That's nothing.
No.
That's nothing. But that's all the time that we have. Thank you again for
Well,
joining
thank you guys
us.
for having me. I appreciate it.
We
greatly.
love you coming. Thank you, everybody who was watching. If you enjoyed the show, you can click like, you can share with your friends, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll be back again next Wednesday. And until then, have a great weekend here in the Finger Lakes.